On the evening of November 16th, 1957, in Plainfield, Wisconsin, Ed Gein was arrested for the murder of a local woman who ran the hardware store. After his arrest, he was taken to the Watoma County Jail. Meanwhile, local law enforcement searched through his home and uncovered human body parts throughout. Judging from the extensive findings, it was clear that these parts had come from more than one individual. When at first Gein was questioned, he denied that he had committed any crimes. Eventually, he would share all of the grim details of what he had done. Journalists appeared from all around the state to report on the story and hopefully get a chance to interview Gein. The news of Gein's crimes spread rapidly across the nation. Reporters began to arrive from everywhere. Every large newspaper wanted to cover the story. Due to the sensational nature of the situation, the Washoe County Sheriff's deputies refused to let the press get anywhere near Gein. In the months that followed, grim details of Gein's crimes were featured in both Time and Life magazine. To date, the general public has never had access to any in-person interviews with Ed Gein. But in the days following Gein's arrest, freelance journalist Stavo Churchola was given permission to conduct a face-to-face interview. Aside from the interrogations that were conducted by legal authorities, Churchola was the only journalist allowed to meet with Gein in person. To date, this is the only known surviving interview with Ed Gein.
Ed, is it true that you have dug up many graves, removed the bodies, and used human flesh and bones to decorate your farmhouse and reupholster furniture?
Oh, I don't recall any of that.
And there's plenty of evidence that shows that you did this. How can you not remember?
There's evidence? Guess it must be true then. My memory's kind of foggy.
Ed, why did you do it?
Well, I guess I needed a hobby. Living out there on the farm. Guess I was kind of lonely. Farm had gone to waste and all. Nobody out there but myself. Like they say. Guess I was missing Ma.
Sure, Ed, it's good to have meaningful hobbies to fill our spare time. But why the corpses? Why make stuff out of human flesh?
Well, I figured since they were dead and all, nobody'd miss them.
Ed, these bodies were deceased loved ones of your neighbors, of families in your community. Did you really think it was okay to do?
Well, it wasn't like I was taking the stones. They still had stones to look at.
Body parts was a normal thing to do. Wouldn't other people be doing it?
Well,
no, Ed.
Maybe somewhere.
No one else was, or is, doing this. Only you, Ed. Only you. That's why there's photos of you in Life magazine.
Well, I'll be damned.
Never mind. Next question.
Huh?
Ed, you're getting plenty of materials from those graves. Why did you have to go out and kill these women?
I don't remember
Ed,
killing
the
anybody.
evidence makes it clear. You killed at least 2 women.
There's evidence? Yeah, I guess I must have.
So then why the killing? Seems like you were doing fine with the grave robbing.
Well, have you ever dug up a grave?
No.
Well, it's back-breaking work. Not to mention that the corpses are all filled with embalming fluid. Have you ever smelled any of that stuff?
No.
No.
Ed, were you aware that you're featured in a Life magazine?
Is that right? Because of what I did?
What do you think, Ed? What else would it be?
That's right.
And what about all this dancing around in the moonlight business? Did you really fit yourself with a suit made of women's skin and dance around in the moonlight?
Oh, I don't remember that.
But Ed, they have evidence over at the crime lab.
I guess I must have.
And how would you feel if somebody dug up your mother's grave?
Well, why would anybody do that?
Have a seat, Ed. It's nice to see you again. I want to talk to you about all those musical instruments that were gathering dust in your farmhouse. Everyone talks about all the stuff that you made out of human flesh, but nobody talks about the instruments.
I don't recall any instruments.
Ed, there are instruments pictured in the crime photos. Surely somebody in your family played music.
They're in the photos? Well, I guess we must have.
If you look at this photo, you'll see a violin, a harmonica. There is a German zither harp, an accordion, and a Fender jazz bass. Everything was destroyed in the fire except for the bass. As a matter of fact, I've got the bass right here. The actual bass.
Is that the one from the house?
Found it on eBay.
I'll be damned.
So Ed, who in the family played the bass? Was it your brother Henry?
Nah, he wasn't very musical.
Well, maybe your father?
I doubt it. Might have played the harmonica.
Your mother?
That's right. Church music.
Then are you the bass player in the family?
Though she didn't play a bass.
Well, here you go. Why don't you go ahead and give it a try?
She played the zither. Alright, I'll see what I can do.